Hi, welcome to West Seattle Performing Arts. I'm Christine Juarez, and I'm here with our second in our series of Adult Ballet Basics. Today, we're going to work on the Demi Plie, and I have Lisa with me again, and she's going to be demonstrating for us. So let me show you. All of your ballet vocabulary is in French, and I'm just going to show you my scribbled up Demi Plie on the whiteboard. Demi meaning half, and plie meaning bend. And there's several ballet vocabulary books that you can get that you can look at these words and look at their definitions, and I'll share those with you in our next series after this one, if you want to go and do a little bit of research. I'm a visual learner, so sometimes it helps to see those words. Okay, here we go. So first of all, I'm going to describe the positions of the feet that you would use. Whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced dancer, you're going to use all of these positions of the feet. And I will talk a little bit about fourth, which is a little bit of a hybrid. So right here, you're going to see Lisa, and she's standing in parallel position. Some teachers in ballet will call this sixth position. So you'll hear either parallel or sixth position. And you want to have do a little bit more space, yes, between your parallel. Typically, wherever the middle of your femur is at the top, go straight down, and that's your parallel position. If you did not join us for our alignment and posture video, go back and check that as we work in the Demi Plie, because you're going to want to be using your basic ballet alignment for any time that you plie. And your Demi Plie is the basis for all of your ballet movements. And ballet is the basis for a lot of other dance disciplines. So you're really starting at a very fundamental and a really important place to build a strong foundation of technical training. Parallel position is followed by first position, which is going to be the heels together. And everybody's first position is different. And I'm going to bring Mr. Bones over for a minute to just describe this shortly. I meant to have him a little bit ready for you. But basically, you have your femur, which is the longest bone in your body that goes to your knee. And then at the top of your femur, you're going to see you have a round ball. This is a ball and socket joint. Okay, it also is similar to the shoulder. The shoulder and the hip are very similar. The pelvis is this kind of elephant ear bone that we all know about. And I'm going to show you the back of it. Let's see it sideways. It has two little tuberosities, little bumps that stick out. Sometimes in dance, they will call these your sit bones, right here, your ischial tuberosities. And then the way that the ball, actually Mr. Bones is a little bit crooked here. The way that the ball sits into your pelvis is going to determine how much turnout you have, okay? And it could be, that you inherited a certain amount of turnout and your bony structure from relatives. You can also build strength around that turnout in order to make it a little bit stronger. But let's find out where your natural turnout is. And one way to find that is go to parallel position. Hold on to something as Lisa is. Whenever you hold the bar, you want your arm to be slightly in front of you, as if you're shaking the bar's hand. So never directly to the side, definitely not behind because of that rib cage placement that we talked about in our first series. We want those ribs closed. If you go up and you tip your toe up straightward, upward like that, and then you turn your toe outward to the side, you're going to find out how much you rotate at the top of the, ooh, there's some more. That's a little bit, oh, there she goes. You're going to find out, she has a lot of turnout, a lot of natural turnout. You're going to find out how much your femur actually turns out. Ballet turnout starts from the femur, not from the ankle. You'll see many people trying to go into a straight line with their feet. That's just going to twist your knees, and it's going to give you injuries. So when you find your turnout, go to one, rotate, put it down, try your second one, flex it, rotate, and go to first position. That's going to be your first position, and we're going to call it a letter V. Second position, look down where your toe is pointing. So Lisa's toe, her big toe is pointing here. She's going to do a tendu. We call that a tendu, which means stretching. She's going to lower her heel down. Now, she's going to feel like her other foot is too far behind her. So she's going to adjust and bring that a little bit forward so that they're across from each other. And that is acceptable. You can go from first. It's going to be a little bit of a diagonal. She puts her heel down and just slides your other foot forward so you feel like your hips are what we call square to the front. You don't want them tilted in any way. Okay, so there's your basic second position. And then third position, you're going to take that, she's going to point that foot again, and she's going to close the heel to the center of her arch. Third position is a little peekaboo. You can see the back toes peekabooing out. And it's a little bit of a crisscross up in the thighs at the top, a little bit crossed. And then we're going to go to fifth position. We're going to bypass fourth for a minute. And fifth position is when you completely hide the toe. Fifth position is a little bit more complex because you have to maintain the alignment and the posture we talked about in series number 1. And the legs have to be straight and the hips have to be square to the front. So what I want you to do is I want you to go through each of those positions, video yourself on your phone or your camera or your laptop, and take a look and see how your body is reacting at the top. I'm going to have Lisa, let me give you a note about fourth position. Fourth position is one of the most complex because you take your fifth position, you tendu to the front, and then you lower your heel, okay? You can stretch your legs straight for a minute, Lisa. I'm going to zero in on her lower body. And what's complicated about this position is that, again, you have to keep the hips square. They can't swivel. And the front leg has to stay turned out. And you want your weight right in the middle of both legs. So I'm going to turn you sideways for a minute. So in fourth position, she wants her pelvis. I'm going to turn you this way a little bit more. There you go. This way, right there. Okay, in fourth position, she wants her weight right in the middle of her front and her back leg. Okay, yep, you got it. Pull up to that front leg, and then I'm gonna have her hold her arms open in second. I'm sorry, I'm chopping off the lovely Lisa's head. There we go. Scoot her back a little bit. And again, quick review. The head is in the back space, the rib cage is closed, the pelvis is in neutral, it's not tilting forward or back. And she has all of her weight shifted between both legs, okay? So those are the 6 positions of the feet. I'm gonna bring her back quickly and we're gonna show you a Demi Plie in each position. When you do a Demi Plie, I'm gonna have you turn sideways one more time. She's gonna exaggerate it incorrectly, sticking her butt out, her tail out, and she's not using her transverse abs. We're gonna bring her in. She's gonna maintain neutral. And when you plie, always put your knees over your big or your second toe. And then come up. And again, imagine this as a landing from a very strong jump. You want this strong plank, Pilates, vertical position with knees over big toes. Excellent. We're going to go to second position. Now you're still going to look at her sideways, which I encourage you to do. That's why most dance rooms have mirrors in them, so you can check yourself. Plie, good. See how her head stays back? She's not pro-necking it forward. Her ribs are closed, her back is flat, and up again, and her knees are over her big toes. We're gonna change to third position. I'm gonna turn and face her a little bit more towards you. Okay, she's gonna maintain all those alignments, and let's take the arm in a la seconde. And she's going to plie now. Big note in third. The back knee has to go over the big toe. Feel your little toes connected to the floor in all of these positions. And stretch up. And then we're going to change to fifth. Again, you're trying to keep both hips forward. Demi plie. That's a half bend. And the knees are over the big toes. We're working on our alignment. And again, I'm going to stress, the little toes are pressing into the floor. And stretch up and relax. And there you go. that is the foundation of all classical ballet. It's the Demi Plie. So practice your Demi Plies, practice your positions, and join us for our next series in the Grand Plie. Thanks for joining us.